Good evening. Welcome. Thank you for coming. I'm glad that you're here. It's a big night. I've been looking forward to it all year. 100 years ago in 1922, Granddaddy was 40 years old. He had 5 or 6 children, I think. My mom hadn't come along yet, but it wasn't far off. But he had a proposal. A man wanted to, Granddaddy had spent a lot of his life enjoying and collecting and promoting this music, but he had an offer that year to have it recorded. A fellow named Frank Brown, who was chair of the English department at what was to become Duke University, said, this is really important what you're doing, Bascom. I want to record this. So he recorded on wax cylinders, which was the new technology of the day. Granddaddy recorded on wax cylinders and aluminum discs and 45s and 78s and tapes and a lot of different things. But Granddaddy knew that recording this music was important, and so he did. He recorded 32 items for Frank Brown of Duke University. And Granddaddy knew at the time how important it was to record this so it would be preserved. But he also knew that that would not keep it alive. For music to be alive, you've got to play it live, and you got to listen to it live. And that's where you guys come in. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being here. It's a two-way street. I hope you enjoy the musicians, but I know they enjoy you. But anyway, that's what was happening 100 years ago in Granddaddy's world. And so tonight, we're just going to get this show started. I want to introduce our first MCs, Carol Rifkin and John Roten.
Thank you, Ed. We appreciate that. Hello there again.
Hi, John.
Welcome to the 95th Annual Mountain Dance and Folk Festival. Again, I'm John Roten, 99.9 Kiss Country and iHeartMedia, and Carol Rifkin with WNCW, and a wonderful artist in her own right, a multiple award winner through the Folk Heritage Committee, and just outstanding person to be around. So nice to be here.
Thank you, John.
All right. It's going to be a great night to kick off this 95th festival. What a lineup we've got for you. Some great dancers, great music, just a wonderful, wonderful time. And you're involved in a project that first thing we want to do is remind folks about this, because you've been part of the Henderson County Jam program, which is a junior Appalachian musicians program. And last year we had our first youth competition that featured a lot of the jam musicians from not only Henderson County, but from this area and from Madison County and some other groups as well. And coming up this Saturday afternoon at 2, we're going to have another one of those youth competitions. So youth performers, there'll be, I think, about 50 of them in ages from 5 to 18. And like I say, the jam programs that they represent, and also the Academy for the Arts at First Baptist Church of Asheville and Durham's Little River Cloggers are also a part of that. But these groups, they share mountain music and dance traditions, and so it's a new generation of folks, and we need to support those young people. So come back Saturday afternoon at 2. It's an absolutely free show. So that's our first commercial of the night, okay?
All right.
Ready?
Are we ready?
Oh, boy.
So it's along about sundown, and there's one tune they've been playing for a really long time. It's called The Gray Eagle, from a man named Manco Sneed, The Gray Eagle and Sea. Gives me chills. The Stoney Creek Boys are going to play that for you. They're made up of George Banks on banjo, Rhiannon Ramsey Jenkins on fiddle, Lawrence Dillingham on guitar and vocals. These talented musicians, along with the original Stoney Creek boy, Boyd Black, yay, on bass, yeah, have been performing as the house band for Shindig on the Green and the house band for Mountain Dance and Folk Festival for combined 100 years. With the exception of Boyd, members may have come and gone through the years, but the band has always been known as the best dance team band in the area. That's how it began, and it still is. They also play bluegrass, country music, Appalachian swing, and as Boyd says, we try to do something that will appeal to most everyone. Change is never necessary when something's working so well. Please welcome our house band for the 95th Mountain Dance and Folk Festival, the Stoney Creek Boys.
All right. Now, while they're coming up to their microphones and getting ready, we've got one little piece of technical business to take care of, and a couple of folks, and there may be some of their dancers or the musicians, parked out back in the campus police parking spaces. And those two vehicles are going to have to be moved. So if it happens to be one of yours, sorry, you're going to have to wait to enjoy the music for a few minutes because you'll need to go move those vehicles, but it may very well be some of our artists. So that, once again, the Stoney Creek Boys.
Kevin Hamlin and Danelle Drake were the dancers up here. We used to have a mass buck dance episode up here, but these days the committee selects 2 people each year, and it's a great honor to be one of them. And Kevin and Danelle are this year's great dancers, honored to open the festival on Thursday night. The next dancers are young, but have certainly earned their way and lots of awards. This youth team is directed by Folk Heritage Committee member Jeff Atkins and his wife Angela. Jeff was a member of the Bailey Mountain Cloggers at Mars Hill University and enjoys working with youngsters ranging in age from 5 to 18, joined by a graduate member occasionally. These dedicated team members come from 5 different counties and have danced at every festival in Western North Carolina. They have also danced at Disney World every year at the Mountain State Fair and are 12-time champions of the North Carolina State Fair in Raleigh. 12 times. Do we have cloggers? Are we clogging yet? All right. So please give a warm welcome to the Coal Mountain Smooth Dancers.
our Coal Mountain dancers. That's a Coal Mountain smooth dancers. And congratulations to Jeff Atkins, his wife, Angela, and the wonderful work that they do with those folks. Now, next up is a fella. You know, we think of this music, this dance, all coming from this region, originating here, and so much of it does. But boy, it reaches out. Don Petty, originally from Massachusetts, absolutely fantastic award-winning musician, but he come to this area and searching for the music, the roots, and boy, he found it in a big way. Don lives in the Grapevine community, Madison County, just north of Asheville. Beautiful, beautiful place he and his folks have up there.
Yeah, that would be good.
But he moved here in 1974. He won so many titles at Fiddler's Grove that he was certified as master dulcimer player and was retired from competition there. That's pretty good when they say. He's been in a couple of movies, The Journey of August King and The Song Catcher. Please make him welcome. Now, by the way, he not only plays this thing, but he teaches dulcimer as well. So, you know, if interested, talk to Don.
That's right.
All right. Please welcome to the stage here a great friend, wonderful musician, and a member of the Folk Heritage Committee, and great to have him here with us at our Mountain Dance and Folk Festival. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Don Petty.
Well, thank you. Thank you, John. Thank you, folks. So tonight, I'm going to play this little dulcimer. This is one of these little dulcimers that, like, from back, well, this is a replica of an instrument built in the 1800s. And I'm playing it specifically because I wanted to mention, you might have heard about the troubles they're having in southeastern Kentucky. Usually I'll come out here and play really local, traditional, old stuff from this area. And about my second home to here is Hindman, Kentucky, where this instrument was made at the Troublesome Creek Instrument people made it. And they're the home of the culture of recovery, where they employ recovering opioid addicts who go through a program. And that's who makes these instruments. And they do a really great work in the community, and the instruments are wonderful. But anyway, the feller that's head of that over there is a friend of mine. He called me up a week or so ago, just about a week, I guess, asking me all about, we're going to do our festival we do up there every year. And we made plans, and then the next day I woke up and they were under 10 feet of water. So I mention this just because they're such a hotbed, just like this area. They're a hotbed of traditional music. And if y'all have it, keep them in your prayers, and if you are so inclined, look up Hindman, Kentucky, and you can find places to donate. The Troublesome Creek Instruments, the Artisan Center, and the Hindman Settlement School. I won't go into a big thing, but they're all so instrumental in preserving and perpetuating traditional music. So I'm going to play this little tune, and I'm going to play a tune. Oh, and I should mention, I'm not being highfalutin with this handkerchief. I decided, I'm going into Asheville, so I'm going to not wear my blue jeans. So I put on a pair of pants. It wasn't until I got here that I realized that my dulcimer is just sliding off them. So I'm hoping this is going to offer a little relief from that. But anyway, I'll play a little tune come from a fiddle player that I learned from a friend who learned from this old man who was born in the 1800s over there, named Hiram Stamper. And I'll play Hiram's version, and then I'll play a more what people do when they modernize these old fiddle tunes. It's called the Horse and Buggy-O. So what Hiram did, that was back before people did it as performance and as just playing it for like group dances, when people just would flat foot and such. You can hear the horse in the first version. Well, thank you. It's this old music is near and dear to me. Well, probably the only thing nearer and dearer are the people I learned a lot of this stuff from. I'm going to play this one from my old friend Lee Sexton. He passed away just pre-COVID. Close enough that I couldn't make it up there to get to his funeral. He was in his 90s, and he was a great player. If you all saw that Coal Miner's Daughter movie about Loretta Lynn, he was the banjo player at the square dance. We all get these big parts in movies. Don't blink. Anyway, well, here's a song I got from old Lee. We played a lot together. Of course, this is a Dulcimer translation of a banjo piece. I went down to Danville. I got stuck on a Danville girl. Bet your life she's out of sight by the way that she wears her curls. She wears her curls on the back of her head like all high-toned people do. Very next train that leaves this town, gonna bid that girl adieu. Don't know why I love that girl, 'cause she never cared for me. Still my mind is on that girl, wherever she might be. Standing on the old platform, and just a smoke and a cheap cigar, waiting for a local to catch an empty car. Standing on that railroad track just to rest my weary feet. 900 miles away from home and not a bite to eat. Miles through the rock, and it's 60 through the sand. I relate to you the plight of many a poor married man. Look up, look down that old railroad, hang down your head and cry. The best of friends must part sometime, so why not you and I? Thanks.
Many thanks to our old friend Don Petty for coming tonight to play. Many years of experience there, and this next person is a younger and newer person, but is hopefully be one of those same people coming back year after year to play. Rhiannon Ramsey Jenkins knew at the age of 4 that she wanted to play the fiddle and got her first fiddle for Christmas when she was 5 years old. Her first 2 years of lessons were with Natalia Weinstein of Zoe and Cloyd. At the age of 8, she began lessons with Arvel Freeman. She's featured on the fiddle as a member of the house band for Shindig on the Green and Mountain Dance and Folk Festival in the Stoney Creek Boys. Please put your hands together and welcome Rhiannon Ramsey Jenkins and her friends.
Yes, sir. Maybe in a second. That'll work. Yeah, bring it on up there a little bit, sir. Perfect. Thank you, sir. Hey, you're on now.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and introduce the band real quick. Over here on the guitar, we have Mr. Daniel Norton.
I'm glad you clapped first.
And back here on the bass, we have Gavin Stinson. We're going to kick it off with Jerusalem Ridge.
This is our debut with Rihanna. That's a pretty familiar song, and I hope this is going to be familiar to you too. Me and Gavin's played a couple of times together, and it's been about, 4 years since we played together, right?
Yeah, and I
Or maybe a little longer, right?
probably. And I met Gavin this afternoon. So
Yeah, and Gavin the first time was
Thanks
her,
for
so
coming.
Anyway, it's good to be here. In the Pines. All right.
and we shiver when the cold winds blow. The longest train I ever saw went down that Georgia line. The engine passed at 6 o'clock, and the cab passed by at 9. In the pines where the sun never shines, and we shiver when the cold winds blow. Little girl, what have I done that makes you treat me so? You've caused me to weep, you've caused me to mourn, you've caused me to lose my home. In the pines where the sun never shines, and we shiver when the cold winds It's a long, still rail, it's a short cross time. I'm on my long journey home. In the pines where the sun never shines, and we shiver when the cold winds blow. And we shiver when the cold winds blow.
We're gonna close it out for y'all with a waltz. This one's called Lover's Waltz.
I'll tell you, that's some pretty famous musical names here in Western North Carolina. Nortons and Ramseys. I mean, some beautiful, beautiful music. Rhiannon, appreciate that so much, and what a wonderful group you got together there. You know, you look at the name, and it's Mountain Dance and Folk Festival. And dance has always been such an integral part and a huge part of this festival. And the sister event, Shindig on the Green, that's celebrating its 56th season. And we'll be back for one more shindig next Saturday night on the 13th in downtown Asheville. But dance was so important. The founder of this festival, Bascom Lamar Lunsford, actually, when he built his home on South Turkey Creek, the great room was built for dancing. It's got extra support. It's huge. It's just a gigantic room, big enough for these big circle mountain dances that these wonderful groups do. Well, one of the groups, it's one of our premier groups in Western North Carolina. They've danced just about every festival and event that goes on. I don't think there's ever been a politician elected or defeated that didn't have them dancing for him at one time or another. I mean, but we're really tickled to have them here with us tonight for the 95th Annual Mountain Dance and Folk Festival. Put your hands together and make welcome the Green Valley Cloggers under the direction of Steve Wilson. And as always, the Stoney Creek Boys.
Wow, I just love all that excitement of clogging teams, old and young. And this next group are veterans of the mountain music scene, and all are or have been members of the Folk Heritage Committee that produces the Mountain Dance and Folk Festival and the Shindig on the Green. The Peg Twisters are a band dedicated to promoting and preserving the music of Appalachia. Their old-time sound is sought by events and appreciated by audiences who want to know what it sounded like on the front porch back in the day. Jerry Sutton is a guitar master who generously gives his time teaching guitar to area residents. He's performed at most of the festivals in the region and has taught at Warren Wilson, Mars Hill, and other places in North Carolina, Tennessee, and Colorado. He has been a member of the Folk Heritage Committee for more than 25 years. Wow, Jerry. Yes. Donna Kavanaugh joins him on fiddle. She has been part of the Asheville music scene for 25 years and is a talented musician and vocalist. She's played with other local bands, Too Hot to Cook, the Carolina Old Timers, the Carolina Chickpeas, and lately the Nobody's Darlin' String Band. She covers Irish swing, gospel, and mountain music. And Bob Gregory, another member of the Folk Heritage Committee, was originally from California, where he founded several bluegrass bands and was a member of the group Country Coalition, and went on a USO tour as far back as 1968. He spent the next 20 years in Greece and the Middle East exploring musical cultures, and returned to the U.S. and settled in Asheville to be near the music and culture here. He played with Carolina Old Timers before the Peg Twisters were formed and is a current member of the Folk Heritage Committee.
We're not ready yet.
They're just experienced. They're not old.
What?
They're just experienced.
That's perfect.
Y'all ready? Please welcome the Peg Twisters to the stage.
Thank you, Carol. Thank you. Soldier's Joy. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mighty fine. Well, thank you, Donna. That was a little tune called Soldier's Joy. 3 instruments, Bob on the banjo and Donna on the fiddle. And we're going to do our number, a little vocal number here called Riding on That New River Train.
How does it go, Jerry?
Riding on that new river train, riding on that new river train, the same old train that brought me here to carry me away again.
Darling, you can't love one. Darling, you can't love one. Can't love one. Have any fun. Darling, you can't love one. Darling, you can't love two. Darling, you can't love two. You can't love two, and your little heart be true. Darling, you can't love two. Well, riding on that new river train, riding on that new river train, the same old train that brought me here will carry me away again. Where's now? Oh, darling, you can't love three.
Darling, you can't love three. You can't love three. It's against the law in Tennessee. Oh, darling, you can't love three. Riding on that new river train, riding on that new river train, that same old train that brought me here will carry me away again. The same old train that brought me here will carry me away again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
New River Train. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much. Donna, why don't you talk about the next number here?
So the next tune is just an old dance tune. It's called the Durang's Hornpipe. Are we ready? Here we go, Durang's Hornpipe. Thank you so much.
The Peg Twisters. By the way, a couple of those peg Twisters are also members of our Folk Heritage Committee that is responsible for the Mountain Dance and Folk Festival and also Shindig on the Green, but Bob Gregory there on the banjo and Jerry Sutton on guitar. The Peg Twisters. But, you know, your program, which I hope you picked up one. If you didn't get one when you first came in, we got an intermission coming up in just a bit, and invite you to get that and read there the wonderful groups that we got coming in. But there on the back page is all the Folk Heritage Committee, the advisors. Most of those advisors have been Folk Heritage Committee members in the past and continue to work with and support the Mountain Dance and Folk Festival and Shindig on the Green. And make sure you grab one of those programs when you head out into the lobby during intermission. Again, we got that coming up in just a bit. But inside you'll see the lineup for the next few nights. And boy, what a great lineup it is this year for our 95th annual Mountain Dance and Folk Festival. But it's pretty easy when you start looking around at the plethora of talent that we've got here in the southern Appalachian region, of musicians and dancers, of old time and bluegrass music. Just wonderful, wonderful place to live and enjoy. It surely is. And we hope you'll come back and enjoy the next 2 nights with us as well. Also, well, you can see these guys working on stage right here. Got Alan, he's busy and getting all these mics set up. But Stuart, you don't notice him, but he's sitting back there in the dark. And that is Stuart Reinhardt. And they are acoustic sound production. And if you would, please give them a hand for the wonderful sound quality that we've got here tonight. They'll be here with us throughout the weekend. And they also provide sound for us for the Shindig on the Green events. And again, we've got one more of those coming up on the 13th of August. So put that on your calendar and come back out and help close out a Shindig season that's been, well, dampened, if you will. We've had a lot of rain on Saturday nights in Asheville this summer. But hopefully we'll make that happen. Like I mentioned earlier, we got such a wonderful group of musicians and dancers that are available to us here in this region. And there was a time back in the 1990s, I remember when some members of the Folk Heritage Committee were talking about there just doesn't seem to be many young people. Well, that changed in about 5 years, and suddenly we got young people like Rhiannon Ramsey coming along and playing the fiddle and just being outstanding. People like Jerry Sutton's son, Brian, his daughter, Lisa, granddaughter, Brandon. They're going to be performing here later on. Brandon, Bailey and Jerry are going to be performing, I believe, Saturday night. But just outstanding musicians that we've got here in this Asheville area, western North Carolina, if you will. And so many of them play in different groups and different configurations. They might be playing with an old-time band one night and a Zydeco group or something the next night and bluegrass the next night, but very talented folks. And this entire band is made up of talented musicians. I mean, from one side to the other, they're about as good as we've got in the area. They play on multiple people's albums, guest slots there, and just exceptionally talented musicians. And as a group, they're some kind of fantastic. And I think they know they've got a special guest that's going to be joining them toward the end of the set. Right. They got a special guest going to be coming out. I'll let them tell you about him if you don't already know. But at any rate, these guys, they feature 2-time national fiddle champion James Schlender, Mark Shimmick on the mandolin, Sam Wharton on guitar, got Gabe Epstein on banjo, and IBMA and Grammy Award winner, and I envy all his fishing, Charles Humphrey III on bass. Put your hands together and make welcome Songs from the Road Band.
Well, pulled in the car, one sitting in the drive. On the door, I found a note that simply said goodbye. Took all her things, left that diamond ring laying on the table in the den. should pay attention to. All those lonely nights I left her behind. That road don't care what puts it on to do. I don't wanna make a dream come true, but she left me leaving Amarillo blue. Well, still make a radio if I put it to the floor. She was my last reason hanging out here anymore. Tell him what I find if I keep chasing that white line. Might be something better waiting now. Only man in that poor town. I was gone too long, and her heart moved on. Looks like I should have paid attention to. All those lonely nights I left her behind. That road don't care what it puts I wanna do. I don't wanna make the dream come true, but she left me leaving Amarillo blue. Well, she made a little dent, but I'll live for love again. Well, I was gone too long, and her heart moved on. Looks like I should have paid attention to. All those lonely nights I left her behind. That road don't care what it puts them on to. I don't wanna make the dream come true, but she left me leaving Amarillo blue. I gonna make the dream come true, but she left me leaving Amarillo blue. All right, how's everybody doing tonight? Yeah. We're having a good time. We're going to kick off. That was one of our songs here, and we're going to kick off another one that's one of our songs. Let's see what happens here.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I go where the road goes, follow where the wind blows. I thank the Lord each day I get to wake up and say I go where the road goes. I've always been the kind of man, never had a plan, figured I'd know where I was going when I get there. I'm still chasing that white line, these crazy dreams of mine. Ask me where I'm from, and I say everywhere. I go where the road goes, follow where the wind blows. I thank the stars each day, I get to wake up and say I go where the road goes. I'll settle down and find a perfect town, or the girl that makes me want to leave this highway. Until then I'm satisfied, sit back and enjoy the ride. Out the windshield, bring me places my way. I go where the road goes, follow where the wind blows. I thank the Lord each day I get to wake up and say I go where the road goes. I go where the road goes, follow where the wind blows. I thank the stars each day. I get to wake up and say, I go where the road goes. I thank the Lord each day. I get to wake up and say, I go where the road goes.
Oh, thank you so much. We certainly do appreciate that. We're going to do you one more song and bring out our special guest. Now, this next song is an old number, but it was kind of, I guess it was a rock and roll number, but Mark brought it to the band, and we really liked the way he did it, so we're going to try it for you. I hope you recognize it, and it goes just like this.
2, 1, 2. It is the evening of the day. I sit and watch the children play. My faces I can see, but not for me. I sit and watch the years go by. My bitches can't buy everything. I want to hear the children sing. Oh, here's the sound of rain falling on the ground. I sit and watch the tears go by. It is the evening of the day. I sit and watch the children play, doing things I used to do. They think that they are new. I sit and watch the tears go by. Well, I sit and watch the tears go by. The evening of the day, I sit and watch the children play. My faces I can see, but not for me. I sit and watch the tears go by. Well, I sit and watch the tears go by.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Please make welcome legend, American treasure, hit songwriter, singer. We can't say enough good things about him. We're so glad he's here to join us on stage. Make welcome Mr. Jim Lauderdale.
Mike yet? Oh, hey, well, a happy howdy to you. Fellas, as we were discussing several hours ago, as we were rehearsing backstage, let's go to the key of A. And here's a song I wrote with a fellow named Sean Camp and recorded it with Dr. Ralph Stanley and the Clinch Mountain Boys. And this one's called Redbird. Redbird, redbird, stepping on a leaf. Redbird, redbird, stepping on a leaf. Won't you twist your head around and talk some more to me? Rabbit hopping on the lawn. Rabbit, rabbit hopping on the lawn. Don't you get dust on that little puppy dog. Red bird stepping on the leaf. Red bird stepping on the leaf. Won't you twist your head around and talk some more to me? Possum, possum, swinging from a tree. Possum, possum, swinging from a tree. Don't you shake possum down and fall on top of me. Red bird, stepping on the leaf. Red bird, stepping on the leaf. Won't you twist your head around and talk some more to me? Red bird, stepping on the leaf. Red bird, stepping on the leaf. Won't you twist your head around and talk some more to me? The songs from the road band. I'll tell you what, y'all are putting the scald on it tonight, aren't they, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah. I'll tell you what, fellas, what do y'all want to do? I want to, this is you guys' request. No, you can't take a nap. No, not yet. Sure, like him. All right, here's a tune I wrote for Dr. Ralph and I to sing together. He was such a great a cappella gospel singer, and it just really inspired and influenced me a lot through the years. As I wake up this morning, may I bring to you glory for wrongs not yet defeated, to do the things that are needed, like him, to be more like him, like him, like him. Ooh, Lord. to be more like Him. As I go about my work, let me help someone's hurt, to see through this world's blindness and treat all others with kindness, like Him, to be more like Him, like Him, like Him. Ooh, Lord, to be more like Him. As I lay down this evening, let me understand your meaning, to know when I hear it, the sound of the Holy Spirit, like Him, to be more like Him, like Him, like Him. Ooh, Lord, to be more like Him. Thank you so much. Hey, we're gonna wrap it up, this portion of the show, and then there's gonna be an intermission. We'll do a quick version of a song I wrote with one of my favorite writers named Robert Hunter, and he and Jerry Garcia were big bluegrass fans before things took off for them in a different way. And the chorus of this song goes, headed for the hills, headed for the hills, I can hear 'em calling, headed for the hills, headed for the hills, headed for the hills, I can hear 'em calling, headed for the hills. Beautiful. Well, I forded the river and I paid all my bills, gave a gift to the giver. Now I'm headed for the hills. I paid all my borrows, likewise all my dues. I'll be gone tomorrow, nothing here I can use. Headed for the hills, headed for the hills, I can hear 'em calling, headed for the hills. Well, once I had a woman, deaf and mute and blind. Only one could hear me when I tried to speak my mind. And once I had a
fiddle, and once I had a bow. There's nothing on the griddle, but I paid back all I owe. Headed for the hills, headed for the hills. I can hear 'em calling, headed for the hills.
Let's hear it for the songs from the road band, everybody. It's sure great to be playing music with y'all up here and hearing you. And it's so great to be here tonight. Last year was such a thrill to get to play here for the first time, and now for the second time. And you know, once this was booked, I got a call from the Grand Ole Opry. They said, "Hey, can you kick off our Country Classics series?" I said, "Yes, when is it?" And they said, "August 4th. And I went, "I'm sorry, I can't do it that night. I've got a previous commitment." I'm so glad to be here. I'll do the Opry again some other time, but I didn't want to miss this tonight. And thanks for coming out. And thanks for everybody working with this festival, this great festival, too. Great job they do.
One thing I've got to do, one thing before I go, is prove my love for you. It's all the love I know. If you don't forget me, I'll do the same for you. Forever in your memory, pay back all that's due. Headed for the hills, headed for the hills. I can hear 'em calling, headed for the hills. I can hear 'em calling, headed for the hills.
Thank you so much. Songs from the Road Band. Thank you.
It's such a treat that Songs from the Road Band and Jim Lauderdale, that they feel just like us that it's important to keep this going, just like all of you were so happy to have you here. And this next act, you saw them as a smooth dance team. You're going to see them now doing some wide open, just bust loose clogging. We got the Stoney Creek Boys coming back to play. Clearing for a clogging team. But you saw Coal Mountain doing a smooth dance team, which is sort of a sachet and is close to the original forms of clogging and mountain dance and big circle. The addition of taps, of course, was in maybe the 1960s and later. Tell me when you're ready, Oh, and we have Jeff Atkins up here. If there's anyone that needs a hand, let's give him a hand for all his fine work with in the yellow shirt, dancing with all the kids he's helped. Put your hands together and welcome the Coal Mountain Cloggers, please.
Coal Mountain Cloggers. And again, a big hand for the Stoney Creek Boys, our house band. That's outstanding. Carol, you can do that. You can do that.
I can.
Yes, you can. All right.
We just want to remind you of a few things. It is intermission. They'll flash the lights for when you come back in, but there are raffle tickets for sale out there that will be pulled at the last shindig, so get your tickets now. And there is information about the youth program, which is Saturday from 2 to 4.
Hope you had a chance to enjoy meeting some of the artists out there and see some of those young people that are going to be a part of the youth competition. Well, they'll be here on Saturday afternoon at 2, so do come back and be a part of that. Up next is just a phenomenal musician, and he's been a chairman of the Folk Heritage Committee responsible for this festival and Shindig on the Green. His last name is perfect. Masters. He's a master on the fiddle, plays both bluegrass and swing music, and he's also an inventor and a businessman. South Carolina native, but Adam relocated here to Asheville and studied with local legends like Roger Howe and Orville Freeman and Bobby Hicks. He's an instructor now for the Academy of the Arts, where he teaches fiddle along with an appreciation for Appalachian music tradition. And along with him, excelling on mandolin and banjo and vocals and mountain ballads, is Owen Grooms. And Owen is instructor for the JAM program, teaching both instruments to young folks and offers private lessons as well. And by the way, some of Owen's JAM students are going to be competing this Saturday in that youth competition. Again, that gets underway here at 2 o'clock. And remember that you're all invited to come to that, and it's absolutely free event. Again, please make welcome to the Mountain Dance and Folk Festival. This is Adam Masters and Owen Grooms.
Hey, thank y'all very much. Right as we were right before we came on stage here, I had my fiddle backstage. Fiddle I played every day for years, never gave me any troubles. I kept wondering why the strings kept going flat. The next thing you know, the fingerboard fell off. So humidity is a real tough thing, but my good buddy James luckily had another 5-string fiddle, which is really appreciated. So this is not my fiddle. It's the first test drive, and it's a wonderful instrument. So I'm probably going to leave out the back door. Sorry, James. It's a nice instrument. But we're going to play one for you called Midnight on the Water. And this fiddle has 5 strings just to give us more places to get lost. But it has a nice low C string, and we're going to try to bring that out. And if I could get a little more banjo, you always need a little more banjo. Thicken it up in the mix a little. Thank y'all very much. We're lucky to live with such great musicians around here. I came here, learned how to play fiddle, had to learn classical, hated it, hated my mom for making me go to lessons. Then I moved here and took fiddle lessons from Arvil Freeman. And then I went out and I played music and realized everybody else knew the same songs I did, and changed my life. It was awesome. So now we just sit around and play these tunes we've played for hundreds of years, and somehow y'all enjoy them. We appreciate it because we forget y'all are there because we just do it because we enjoy it. This next one's one I learned from Arvil. It's called Miss McLeod's Reel. Thank y'all very much.
I was so excited at that last tune, I forgot to come MC. Arvil Freeman was such an important part of all our lives, and it was so great to see another Arvil person play one of his tunes. It just made me smile from ear to ear there. This next group is just a powerhouse, the Bear Wallow Bluegrass Band. It's Gary McCurry, who began playing music at the age of 10 on a banjo made from a fruitcake tin given to him by an uncle. Todd Pons, who started his music career at the age of 6, is on guitar. Malvin Filia on bass began playing on a pond guitar while in the military. Ronnie Blank is on the mandolin, and George Giddens on the unusual 5-string fiddle. He's been playing since he was 6 years old. He was a member of the chart-topping Dillard's Bluegrass Band seen on the Andy Griffith Show and plays a rousing rendition of Orange Blossom Special. From Morganton, North Carolina, well, I don't think we're quite ready to bring him on. This is a big band here. So I think I'll remind you that on Saturday it's free to come and see the children's program. I'd also like to tell you a little bit about the Folk Heritage Committee. This is all volunteers doing all of this. Everything, and has been for many years, is a committee of people who give their time and their families and their lives, and they just make all this happen. And down there at Shindig every week, all those people down there, they're doing that out of the kindness of their heart because they love this. So it's really awesome that you're supporting them. But we also would like to thank some of our many sponsors: Explore Asheville, Allen Surrey and Pond, Finkelstein's, Renewable, Gillespie Dental, Bill Hansen, Richard Hurley, Mosaic Community Lifestyle, Pax Tavern, and there's many more. So we'd like to thank all those who help make this happen. It looks like we're almost ready. I'd also like to thank Stuart and Alan.
I don't think I'm going to have to sing.
These wonderful sound people are the unsung heroes that you don't necessarily see that much, although we've been seeing Alan here a lot running back and forth. Stuart's back there behind the board quietly making it great music. So we always have to thank the sound people who make this possible for us. So I think it's time for us to welcome Bear Wallow Bluegrass to the stage.
Hey. I think I can see a few folks out yonder. Heck yeah. Boy, y'all looking good. Yeah. Bright lights, big city. That's what it feels like up here. Hey, is everybody here? We got here, we went through Omaha to get here. We didn't have a GPS, you know, and the one we had was telling us lies. So, but we made it, didn't we, Gary? But he's out of gas. He said, I said, Lord, please don't let us run out of gas after all this. Do a little Peter Rowan tune entitled Midnight Moonlight. If you ever feel lonesome and you're down in San Antonio, just back still on borrowed 2 nickels and a dime. Call me on the phone. I'll meet you at Alamo Mission, and we can say our prayers, and the Holy Ghost and the Virgin Mother can heal us as we kneel there in the moonlight, in the midnight, in the moonlight, midnight moonlight, in the moonlight, in the midnight, in the moonlight, midnight moonlight. Well, if you ever feel sorrow, what deed you have done, and there's no for tomorrow like the setting of a sun. The oceans are howling for things that might have been, and the last good morning sunrise could be the brightest you've ever seen. In the moonlight, in the midnight, in the moonlight, midnight moonlight, in the moonlight, in the midnight, in the moonlight. Mr. George Giddens over. Beg still on borrowed 2 nickels and a dime. Call me on the phone. I'll meet you at Alamo Mission, and we can say our prayer. And the Holy Ghost and the Virgin Mother can heal us as we kneel there in the moonlight, in the midnight, in the moonlight, midnight moonlight, in the moonlight, in the midnight, in the moonlight, midnight moonlight. Thank you all. I got to get rid of these glasses. Got me some new ones today, and them spectacles is driving me up to a wall. All right, we're gonna slow things down a little bit and do an old Jimmy Rogers tune that we hadn't done in a long time, but I believe we can hang in there, don't you, George? It's been a while, though, ain't it? Yeah. Little water tank. You ready? Well, all around the water tank, waiting for a train, 1,000 miles away from home, sleeping in the rain. I walk up to a brakeman just to give him a line of talk. He said, if you got money, son, I'll see that you don't walk. Well, I haven't got a nickel, not a penny, can I show? He said, get off, you railroad bum, and then he slammed the boxcar door. Doodle-dee-oh, doodle-dee, doodle-dee. A state I dearly love. Wide open spaces all around me, Lord. Now the moon and the stars up above, but nobody seemed to want me or lend me a helping hand. I'm a leaving old Frisco, honey, going back to Dixieland. Oh, my pocketbook, it's empty. My heart is full of pain. I'm 1,000 miles away from home, waiting for a train. Yodelay-o, yodelay, yodelay. Been a little while. Told you been a little while. All right, we'll speed her up a little bit. Get this boy, put some fire in the fire. Maybe do a little Maggie. Woo. Yeah, put her in it. Throw it to it, don't mind. Let it smoke roll. Well, now lay down your last gold dollar. Oh, now don't lay down that gold watch and chain. Little Maggie, she gonna dance for her daddy. Oh, now listen to that old banjo ring. Well, I'm going down to the station. Oh, now I'm gonna turn my ticket in. Little Mac, I'm going far, we're gonna leave you. Oh, you can find you another man. Oh, now yonder stands little Maggie. Oh, she got a dram glass in her hand, and drinking away all her trouble. Oh, now she's been cheating on her man. Oh, yeah, drinking away all her troubles. Oh, now she's been cheating on her man. All right, for all y'all that didn't know it, that's Mr. George Giddens over there. You've probably seen him play with Doug Dillard and Charlene and all of them. He's the fiddle player for those guys. And Mr. George Giddens. Right here, Mr. Ronnie Black from out of Statesville, ain't it, Ronnie? Is that where you're from now, Statesville, on the mandolin? Mr. Malvin Phil, y'all down here on the big guitar. Yeah. And the one and only banjo picker that I know of is Mr. Gary McCurry, the famous Mr. Gary McCurry. Let's all give him a big hand. He's got a little nervous tonight. We run him all over Utah looking for his place. And I'm Todd Pons. I'm down there in Morgan, North Carolina. I wish so happy to be with you. Thank you for inviting us. And we're going to end up with the what? Orange Blossom Special? Oh, yeah, George. You wait till you hear this fella play this thing. Thank y'all. Look us up at BarwallowBluegrass.com.
How about that? Winners of the 2015 Merlefest Bluegrass Band Competition. That's a Barwalla band. That's some powerful, powerful picking and singing. All right. Got more on the way for you. Got another one of our outstanding mountain dance teams coming up for you here in just a few moments. But while we're getting the stage ready, I want to thank again folks with Acoustic Sound Production, Stuart and Alan, boys, appreciate all the work you do and the great sound. But some of our sponsors that help make this possible, Explore Asheville. Please get online, go to exploreasheville.com and just see the wonderful, wonderful things that they make available on that website. Things you can find out about. If you've lived here all your life, you can go to exploreasheville.com and find out about things that you just didn't know. I wouldn't be a bit surprised if you didn't find something new there. But please go to their website, exploreasheville.com. Also, Allen's Jewelry and Pawn and Finkelstein's. You think Finkelstein's is popular. Last night, I had the opportunity to see ZZ Top at Thomas Wolfe Auditorium. I know it's an interesting transition to go from ZZ Top to the Mountain Dancing Folk Festival, but I like my musical taste. But anyway, Billy Gibbons, the leader of ZZ Top, was talking about going in downtown Asheville and going to Finkelstein's and doing some shopping yesterday while they was getting ready for that show. But appreciate those folks for their sponsors. Also our corporate sponsors, Renewal by Anderson of the Carolinas and Gillespie Dental Associations. Our friend Bill Hansen, Richard Hurley, RichardHurleyMusic.com. Richard's going to be on the list of performers tomorrow night and will be emceeing with me on Saturday night. Also, the folks at Mosaic Community Lifestyle Realty and Pax Tavern. Appreciate all those sponsors that help make this event possible. If you picked up one of those programs on your way in or maybe at intermission, notice the line of photos that's all the way around. There's just some from Bascom Lamar Lunsford to Carol Best to Deli Norton. There's just a plethora of wonderful, wonderful people that have made huge contributions to mountain dance in this region. And down on the bottom, third from the left, is Shirley Finger. Shirley founded the Dixie Darlings back in 1974, and for more than 40 years, they've been one of the most high-energy, crowd-pleasing groups that we could possibly bring to you. They've danced all throughout western North Carolina, all along the East Coast, up into Canada. They've danced twice at the White House, and winners of 9 NCHC championships. Now coached and directed by Crystal Finger and Linda Bradshaw. Please make welcome from Haywood County, the Dixie Darlings. And once again, a big hand for the Stoney Creek Boys.
That's pretty darn exciting. They were great. This next group is really special, especially to me. I was an adopted daughter of Ralph. Part of an important thing that happens here is that we get to remember the people who taught us, and this is his family, the Sons of Ralph and their friends, and it's just a joyous thing to have the Sons of Ralph coming up on stage in a minute. They have adopted brothers in the band with them. And Marty and Don, of course, will be up there, who are Ralph's sons. And it's made up of his two sons, Marty and Don. Ralph Lewis played in Bill Monroe's Bluegrass Boys. And Monroe heard Ralph and his brother Irwin on a radio show they had and drove to Madison County to meet them. Ralph not only became a member of the band, but the families developed a close friendship as well. When Monty and Don were small, they joined the Bluegrass Boys on the Grand Ole Opry stage. This band originally was Ralph, Marty, and Don. Several years ago, Corey Warren joined the trio and plays bass, mandolin, and sings, and they've got some other wonderful guests today. They've got George Buckner here on banjo, and it's just hard to beat what they do. It's passing tradition on and passing the joy that goes with the music along with it. It just makes me smile seeing y'all up here. Close, right? So I think y'all just need to welcome the Sons of Ralph.
George.
How about a hand for these great sound men that
there,
worked so hard tonight? Stuart Reinhardt back there.
How you doing, George? You in there?
Yeah. Here we got it going on here.
All right.
All right. We're going to start now. Key of C.
Ready to play now.
little frog sitting on a lily pad, looking up at the sky. The lily pad broke and the frog fell in. He got water all in his eyes. Well, it ain't gonna rain no more, no more. It ain't gonna rain no more. How in the heck can I wash my neck when it ain't gonna rain no more? Peanut sitting on the railroad track, his heart was all a-flutter. Along came a choo-choo down the track, peanut butter. Well, it ain't gonna rain no more, no more. Ain't gonna rain no more. How in the heck can I wash my neck when it ain't gonna rain no more? Mosquito, he fly high, mosquito, he fly low. If old mosquito land on me, I ain't gonna fly no more. Well, it ain't gonna rain no more, no more. Ain't gonna rain no more. How in the heck can I wash my neck when it ain't gonna rain no more? It ain't gonna rain no more, no more. It ain't gonna rain no more. How in the heck can I wash my neck when it ain't gonna rain no more?
George Buckner. Yeah.
All right, George Buckner. And that fancy 5-string banjo. Here's Don Lewis. How about Don Lewis over here on this fiddle?
That's Marty Lewis talking to you right there.
Thank you, Don. There's Corey Warren.
Well, we got Mr. Andy Preston back here on the bass.
All right, Andy. This one features Don.
What are we doing, Marty?
It's called
Something about being long gone.
Been gone a long time.
Been gone a long time no see. This kind of love is killing me. Been gone a long time, where can you be? Been gone a long time no see.
Little old babe, go blow your horn. Where the cows in the meadow and the sheep's in the corn. Been gone a long time, where can you be? Been gone a long time no see.
Been gone a long time no see. This kind of love is killing me. Been gone a long time, where can you be? Been gone a long time no see.
Oh, little boy blue, come blow your horn. Where the cows in the meadow and the sheep's in the corn. Been gone a long time, where can you be? Well, been gone a long time no see.
I've been gone a long time no see. This kind of love is killing me. Been gone a long time, where can you be? Been gone a long time, long time.
Play that guitar.
Long time no see. This kind of love is killing me. Been gone a long time, where can you be? Been gone a long time no see.
Send that out to Ralphie.
Yes, we're going to send this next one out to Ralph. This is one he wrote, and Corey was saying, do a polka.
Yeah.
Here's a polka.
I thought this was Mountain Dancing Polka Festival.
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah, that's
Here's
a
a
ticket.
Ralph song.
The Asheville Polka.
All right, Ralph Lewis, Asheville Polka. We want to talk about Andy's great-grandfather is Bascom Lamar Lunsford.
Yeah.
Back here. If you look at him, look at Andy from the side. See?
So we're going to do this tune. We want everybody to sing along with us, right, Martin?
Yes, everybody sing along on this one called Good Old Mountain Dew.
Down the road here from me, there's an old holler tree where we lay down a gallon or two. Go around the bend and you'll come back again for the jug full of good old Mountain Dew.
They call it that good old Mountain Dew, and them that refuse it are few. I'll hush up my mug if you fill up my jug with that good old Mountain Dew.
Had still on the hill, he runs up a gallon or two. Where the buzzards in the sky so drunk they can't fly from smelling that good old Mountain Dew. Help us sing now.
They call it that good old Mountain Dew, and them that refuse it are few. I'll hush up my mug and fill up my jug with that good old Mountain Dew.
Nor he sawed off and short, he measures 4'2". He feels like a giant when you give him a pint of that good old Mountain Dew.
They call it that good old Mountain Dew, and them that refuse it are few. I'll hush up my mug if you fill up my jug with that good old Mountain Dew. The preacher came by with his head hoisted high. He said, my wife has come down with the flu. I think that I ought just to take her a quart of that good old Mountain Dew. They call it that good old Mountain Dew, and them that refuse it are few. I'll hush up my mug if you fill up my jug with that good old Mountain Dew.
Are y'all ready? It's your turn. Well,
Hush up my mug, fill up my jug, good old Mountain.
Yeah.
They call it that good old Mountain Dew, and them that refuse it are few.
Okay.
I'll hush up my mug and fill up my jug with that good old Mountain Dew. Thank you all.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much.
How about them Sons of Ralph? All right. Miss Ralph, but I love them boys. I tell you we do. Oh, folks, time's winding down on us tonight. We just got one more group to bring to you, then our grand finale will be coming up. We want to thank you so much for coming out and being with us tonight, having a wonderful, wonderful night, and got 2 more nights of this Mountain Dance and Folk Festival, this 95th annual to come. So please come back and be with us tomorrow night and Saturday night, Longbound Sundown, 7 o'clock. All right? I want to thank our folk heritage committees for the wonderful work that they do. So many of them, you've seen them as performers here. One way down yonder on that tall bass fiddle. That's another one of our folk heritage committee members, Uncle Ted White. Yep.
That's the only way I got in this fest.
He didn't have enough money to bribe his way in, but anyway. We also want to say a big thank you to the folks at UNC Asheville, and this wonderful, wonderful Lipinski Auditorium. It's just wonderful venue for our Mountain Dance and Folk Festival, and appreciate them and their hospitality to us, and just make us feel so welcome. So appreciate the folks at UNC Asheville, and again, for being here. Yes, sir. But most of all, we thank you for coming out, spending a few dollars to spend the evening with us, and enjoying this good mountain music and dance. Perfect. This next outfit, they're a bluegrass band, but they do a whole lot more than bluegrass. You're liable to hear some old time in here, some mountain swings, some country, a little rockabilly thrown in there. I don't know, Bill Byerly might break down on a jazz break before we're all done here. You never know. But they've been on acoustic instruments and taking those all around the Southeast for more than 35 years. This band, each individual member is listed as a Blue Ridge Heritage Performer. All right? Good. Now, like we said, Uncle Ted White's a member of the Folk Heritage Committee, and great cheerleader for the Mountain Dance and Folk Festival and Shindig on the Green, and comes out quite often for Shindig on the Green, and he'll call our sit-down square dances. If you haven't had one of those, come 13th of August and enjoy that. But on guitar, you got Bill Byerly, David Wiseman on the mandolin. Hello there, David. How we doing? Molly Barrett on fiddle. Oh, yes. And over here on banjo, they all smile. Smiling George Banks back there. All the banjo players got some kind of thing about them. They all grin. Look at you. Seth Reinhardt. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. Make them welcome. Whitewater Bluegrass Company.
Sweet right darling, and my love belongs to you. All I ask you, my darling, is love me good and be true. They come and go, and I still love you. And I see your smiling face. Tell me, dear, that you need me, and no one's gonna take my place. My sweet bright darling, and my love belongs to you. All I ask you, my darling, you love me good and be true. And today I need an answer, and I want to hear you say you don't belong to another, but in my arms you're gonna stay. You're my sweet bright darling, and my love belongs to you. All I ask you, my darling, is love me good and be true. Sweet bright darling, and my love belongs to you. All I ask you, my darling, is love me good and be true. Is love me good and be true.
Thank you very much, folks. We're the Whitewater Bluegrass Company. And need a special recognition right here, Ted. Some dear friends of mine, Johnny and Ann Penland, last week celebrated their 66th wedding anniversary. And I give them a big round of applause. They've been a good friend to this band for a long time. Dear friends of mine. 66 years. I told Johnny, I said, you got married when you were 9, didn't you?
Yeah. Well, and they came to the Mountain Dance and Folk Festival to celebrate that. Don't that say something to you? Folks, we'd like to remind you, we do have a silent auction going on out there, and one of the things that you can bid on is an evening with us. Now, I'm a third-generation square dance caller in my family, so we'll come and do a square dance for you, or we'll come and do a concert. But go out there and look at it, and that's subject to availability. But I'm going to tell you, this might be one of the best ways to get us to come to your house. Because, friends, if you're having, you know, a tobacco pulling, a cotton picking, a barn raising, or a house roofing, we ain't going to help you do none of that stuff. But, you know, we'll come out there and play music while you do it. But you go out there and look at that. It's a good way to bid on a performance by us and to have a wonderful contribution made in your name to this festival. This is the 95th year, people. It's the oldest, longest continuing running folk festival in America. Yeah. Now, Molly when she came in this band, she really upgraded us in many ways. Made us a whole lot easier to look at. But also, she brought some different types of music. And this is a song that John Hartford wrote. Many of you may remember when John Hartford was the banjo player on the Glenn Campbell Good Time Hour. And he wrote this song, and Glenn Campbell made a hit out of it, and it was a great crossover. And I'm sure that everybody tonight has somebody in the back of their mind that's gentle on their mind.
That makes me tend to leave my sleeping bag rolled up and stashed behind your couch. And it's knowing I'm not shackled by forgotten words and bonds and the ink stains that are dried upon some line. That keeps you on the back roads by the rivers of my memory, keeps you ever gentle on my mind. It's not clinging to the rocks and ivy planted on their columns now that binds me, or something that somebody said because he thought we fit together walking. It's just knowing that the world will not be cursed nor forgiven when I walk along some railroad track and find that you're moving on the back roads by the rivers of my memory, and for hours you're just gentle on my mind. Between us and some other woman's crying to her mother 'cause she turned and I was gone. I still might run in silence, tears of joy might stain my face, and the summer sun might burn me till I'm blind, but not to where I cannot see you walking on the back roads by the rivers flowing gentle on my some trainee art. My beard a ruffling coal pile and a dirty hat pulled low across my face. Threw cupped hands round a tin can, I pretend to hold you to my breast and find that you're waving from the back roads by the rivers of my memory, ever smiling, ever gentle on my mind. That you're waving from the back roads by the rivers of my memory, ever smiling, ever gentle on my mind. Thank you.
This is one that David brought to this band. I think you'll enjoy it. It's a little tune called Southern Flavor. I think we got a grand finale coming up. Let's see if we can round up some of our friends.
All right. We want to invite all our musicians are out. There's Sons of Ralph. Stoney Creek Boys coming back out with us. Carol, my MC mate, is also an outstanding fiddler. She's a wonderful dancer as well as being air personality on WNCW. But she's going to get her fiddle out and play a little bit. Got a bunch more of our mountain musicians here. So while they get out and get ready to go, decide what they're going to play. Want to thank you again for coming out tonight. Big thanks to Charlie Glazner and Vicki Hensley King. They're in charge of our stage production here, so did an outstanding job. The Folk Heritage Committee, the folks at UNCA, and most of all, you for coming out to the first night of 3 for the 95th Annual Mountain Dance and Folk Festival. There's Jim Lauderdale, folks. Don, what you got for us, son?
I think we're going to do a fiddle tune. Brandon has us doing a tune called St. Anne's Reel, I believe. Has everybody had fun?
This one's for you, Arville.
Thank you, folks, so much for coming out tonight. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow night along about sundown, 7 o'clock, right back here at the same location.